I can only imagine for your mom growing up the way that she did in that day and age, then, and being this enormous star and understanding sort of, I imagine she understood that sort of fleeting nature of it, and that this thing was.
She wrote a book called There Really Was a Hollywood. She really believed in the dream of it all because
Yes.
she came from nothing
Yes.
and was beautiful. She was most, I could show you pictures, would drop you to the ground
Yeah.
right now.
Yeah.
How gorgeous my mommy was.
Yeah.
I mean, just jaw-droppingly beautiful,
Yeah.
and a figure to frickin' like,
Yeah.
I mean, she was like banging.
Yeah.
Like, like you guys, when you guys improvised all that stuff about Claire Bear.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I watched you guys
Yeah.
improvise that
Yeah.
in
Yeah.
the Christmas episode.
Yeah.
Like, your whole like riff on her
Yeah.
just made me smile and giggle because you were like, and the body is bang.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
You and Richie were
Yeah.
hilarious.
Yeah.
Just,
Yeah.
but it was such a honest description of somebody who you've known when they were younger, and now, oh my God. I mean, it was just,
totally.
it was so beautiful. But, my mommy was just gorgeous. And by the way, I think all of my current, I think she would be happy for me. I know she was proud of my sobriety. I think this interview would be hard for her. I think the way I look in the Bear would be hard for her. I think the way I looked in Everything Everywhere All at Once would have been hard for her. She was a beauty, and it was when Hollywood was beautiful. And even, Betty Davis in Whatever Happened to Baby Jane, that was a really rough but still beautiful version of a really fragile, mentally challenged human.
Right.
The way you can shoot with no lights, the way I mean, look, I've surrendered my ego like at 60. I was like, you know what? I've got stuff to do. I'm not going to worry about what I look like, and have just moved.
And it's so much more beautiful. I mean, that is
But
the whole.
it's just
so
much more alive.
Yeah, and true, and that's what is beauty.
It would be. I think this all would be very hard from both of my parents. My father, who struggled with fame, you have to remember they had such enormous fame, and then it's taken away from you. There is going to be a day. I hope you will get to work until you die. I hope you get to work until the point where you go, I'm not going to do that anymore. I'm physically unable to do it, whatever. But I hope you have opportunities to do it. Most people in our profession
one day
don't.
The phone stops ringing. Yeah.
The phone, nowadays, there is no phone. Nowadays, it's maybe an email. Like, there will be a moment for me. There will be a moment for you. I watched both my parents. But you see, their fame doesn't diminish. They were still famous people. That anywhere, my father would walk into restaurants and be like an emperor. Hello. He was this grandiose guy. Hello, I'm Tony. And, people loved him. They loved him.
Yeah.
And he loved it. But there was a bitterness and a sadness that the very thing that made him that didn't want him anymore. And the same with my mom. And I watched both of them lose their ability to do the thing they love to do.
Can you talk about your relationship with that?
Well, I've been retiring. I've been joking. I'm joking. I'm near death since I was 30. And I've been joking that, like, no one's ever going to hire me again since I was probably 35 or something. I've been the one beautiful and sad byproduct of being raised by people who had fame and had it taken away, is that I know it's going to go. And so I don't want to be the girl not invited to the party. I want to disinvite myself from the party. I don't want to feel the rejection. Honestly, it's rejection. And both my parents were addicts. And so I know it added to their need for comfort. Because where do you put that kind of rejection? It's an awful industry. It's a really rejecting industry. And it does not hold the value of an elder having some life experience that is like worth respecting. Like, it's an ageist business.
For sure.
You know, and so I know it affected them both. So I'm the one, I want to leave the relationship before you leave me.
There you go.
Because I don't want to feel the rejection that I know is there, that I have felt, by the way, many times. If I told you the amount of jobs I lost to Deborah Winger, oh my God. I mean, every great thing she starred in, I probably auditioned for.
You're right there. Yeah.
Like, she was that person.
No, there is not.
I mean,
a
I'm
single
sure you
one
have.
Of us. Dude,
I don't know who your person is.
I mean, there's a list.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, mine was Deborah Winger.
Yeah. Fair enough.
Just like she was there, and so the rejection, she's brilliant, but you know, it's rejecting. So it's a rejecting industry anyway, but then to be fully rejected where you are no longer allowed to even be considered for something is heartbreaking. And I've seen too many friends of mine go through it. And so I've always had this sort of like funny self-deprecation of like, yeah, well, I'm going to go out before you get me the out. Like, I'm just going to do it.
Yeah.
Like, I don't, like, it's the, what is it? The French exit, Irish exit, the thing where like I go to a rap party and I'm like, oh, hi, everybody. I'm there 5 minutes.
Yeah, bye-bye. Yeah.
I'm like, hi, everybody. Oh, it's so great. Oh, yes, this is going to be so fun.
Yeah.
You know, I left something in my car.
Yeah. Gotta go take a piss.
Gone.
Yeah.
Jamie, oh, she was here.
Yeah.
Gone.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to have to say goodbye. Because I worked with you a brief time. I'm too connected.
Yeah,
it would be too hard. I can't say goodbye. I hate the raps. I hate when they go, okay, it's a picture wrap, and you have to like stand there and feel the feelings and then leave.
I know. Look, and in this business too. I mean, this is like it is a mother, because there's a lot of that. There's a lot of getting super close, and you got to bounce. And I will say, I lived in Russia for a few years when I was young. It's where I went to study, and in Russia, there's this thing where they say we don't believe in goodbyes, and so the way that you say goodbye to somebody, especially if it's going to be a long time, years. When I left that place, I didn't have an email account, I didn't have a cell phone. I didn't know when. A lot of those people I will never see again, and I haven't seen since. But some I have, and the thing that they believe in is that you shake hands, you turn your back, and you walk away, because they said saying goodbye is inherently a dishonest activity. There's no way you can express everything you can express in a goodbye, but a hello is as honest a expression as there is. You can really say hello to somebody you love, and you can really
we said hello to each other
we did.
At D23 the other day.
Yeah, it was beautiful.
In a parking lot.
I know.
In Anaheim.
I know, and I needed that.
I needed that.
Yeah.
But you see, that hello
sustained
me for a lot of the harder parts of all that, which was like a lot of freaking energy.